Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
And we welcome you inside the Powassan Sportsplex for Friday night action from the NOJHL as the Powassan Voodoos take on the Greater Sudbury Cubs. I'm Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Ben Long for this one. And Ben, the Voodoos coming off a 5-3 victory over the Espanola Paper Kings, an impressive victory at that as well after losing in Espanola. You have to think that the Voodoos are riding a bit of a wave of confidence coming into this one.
Yeah, and they're going to need to ride every bit of confidence they can have coming in here. These, now I'm thrown off here.
Sorry. We're a little bit discombobulated this evening as we've been on Ohtani watch as much as the nation of Canada has been, I'm sure, in this one. And then, you know, you hear he's coming to Toronto, and then you hear he's on a flight to Toronto, and you hear there's a press conference happening. I
heard there's a sushi restaurant booked.
Yeah.
I heard you were on a trip to the sushi restaurant already.
I was on my way, and then I got to about Powassan when I got the news that he wasn't actually on the plane.
You heard it was Robert Herjavec, and you're like, I don't care about Shark
Tank.
Yeah,
yeah. So I was like, you know what? I guess I'll hop in and do the Voodoos game tonight. Anyways, Ben, we might as well hop right into it and talk about our players to watch for this evening.
Players to Watch is brought to you by Mike the Financial Advisor. If you have financial questions, he has financial answers. On Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Mike the FA.
That is me crying because of the Ohtani watch not happening right now. Sorry, yeah. I'm a little bit sniffly here. Anyways, our players to watch in this one, we're going to start it off with the Sudbury Cubs. We're going to look at Hudson Chitteroni through 29 games. He has 18 goals and 22 assists for 40 points. And Ben, we saw him absolutely tear up the Great North U18 League last year with the U18 Sioux Greyhounds, finishing second to Nate Gravel in scoring in that league. And he was always a danger on the ice to score back then, and even more so this year with 40 points through 20 games, the Sudbury Wolves prospect.
Yeah, seeing him last year, he was just a great talent out there on the Great North Midget League ice, and coming out here on the NOJHL, he's carried that skill and talent level right over.
Yeah, he's looked impressive for sure. And on the hometown side, we're going to talk about Matthew McMillan. Through 25 games played, he has 15 goals, 19 assists for 34 points on the year. And I have to say, he had one of his better games, which is something to say when you have 34 points through 25 games. He had one of his better games as a Voodoo, I thought, against Espanola on Wednesday. He just had the puck on his stick a lot. He was able to make plays happen. I don't think he picked up many points in the game, but he was still very impressive every time he was on the ice.
He's one of those guys, I find, that he just, every time he's out there, I'm like, oh yeah, he's putting up, like, he quietly puts up good numbers.
Yeah.
Where it was, last year when we were watching the Battalion, it was Kyle Jackson that I found, he looked good, but if he put up 8 points, oh yeah, he had 3 points in that game.
Yeah.
McMillan's having the same type of season where, he's been good looking, but you just don't notice the flash, and then all of a sudden you look and you're like, oh, he's well over points a game.
Yeah, he's been impressive for sure. Also, a bit of a lineup note as well. Mason Rotundo, usually number 17 in your program. He's wearing number 15 tonight for the Voodoos. I guess his regular jersey's a little bit banged up. Also, Zach Wilson playing his third game in as many nights. He played here Wednesday with the Voodoos, and he went up and played with the North Bay Battalion yesterday in their loss to the Kingston Frontenacs. He's back in the lineup here today as an affiliate player with the Voodoos. So lots of action for a guy who didn't get a lot of action with the battalion to start the year. He's, cardio and stamina is going to be big here for him, I would have to say.
I wasn't here to see the game on Wednesday, but he looked on place Thursday night with the battalion. So if he can carry that energy over to here, I think he'll be looking great tonight.
I think he will, and we're going to take a moment here to pause for the national anthems just before we get underway here at the Sportsplex, as we'll take you to Tim Scarrow down at the ice level right now.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. All the ramparts we watched were so gallantly screaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that her flag was still there. Oh, sailor, white stars spangled banner and waving, o'er the land of the free and the home of the Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons' command. Car ton bras s'est porté l'épée, il s'est porté la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard.
All right, after the national anthems are over, we're just about ready for opening puck drop. But first, we'll tell you about the starting goaltenders here between the two teams. And there are two goalies we've seen a lot of during these matchups. In net for the blue and white is Noah Medevie. He through 21 games, he has 15 wins, 4 losses, a .259 goals against average, and a .918 save percentage. In net for the green and white is Daniel DiRoccolo. Through 22 games, he has 11 wins, 8 losses, a .286 goals against average, and a .923 save percentage. Ben, I think it's fair to say when we see these two in net facing off against each other, it's arguably two of the best from the NOJHL.
Both have stellar numbers behind them. The thing you notice is save percentage. Dan DiRoccolo's a little bit higher. Goals against average. Medevie has a bit of a bet numbers there. But they're both such great numbers. I don't know if you can even take numbers to mean very much in this scenario.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Only the game will tell. As both teams, the Voodoos so far have a 1-2-1 record against the Cubs this year. Their lone win coming at the end of the NOJHL Showcase, and we are underway. The Cubs in the blue and white going left to right to start this game, and the Voodoos in their home greens are going right to left as the puck is quickly into Cubs territory. Reese Smetham chasing after it, but that one's left for Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh, former OHLer here in this one, looked impressive the last time he was here for Sudbury. Gets it to Smetham now. Smetham taken hard into the boards by Kavanaugh. It's kicked deeper into the zone for former Barrie Colt Oliver Smith, who leads the team with 57 points so far in 32 games played. Kavanaugh quickly down the ice. Leaves it for Sinaway with the shot, and that one's turned aside by DiRoccolo. Another chance wide of the net. McCarthy picks it up on the far side and looks for his countryman Turner down the ice. And tries to make the pass. It's just into Turner's feet as that pass was nearly picked off. Turner now, who scored a dandy of a goal on Wednesday. Skates around the offensive zone. It's cross ice for Rotundo. Rotundo fanned on his chance, and now it's into the corner for Shields. Good to see him back in action for the Voodoos. He did take a hard shot in the other game. Now in almost all alone. A good stick there by Rotundo, negating a good chance there by Asanawe. Puck going the other way into Cubs territory, as the Cubs nearly had the first great chance in this one. Puck to Thompson. He gets it over to Ricci. Ricci loses the handle of it, and now Walker has possession. Walker in his own zone with the puck. Stops up, gets it up to Chitteroni, who gets it back to Walker. Walker walking in, takes the sharp angle shot, and that one was blocked by the Voodoos. Now down the ice for McMillan. McMillan tries to walk his way in. Him and a Cub player swap sides on it. Now the puck is up against the boards. In for Smith, the battalion prospect. Couldn't get the puck to the front of the net, however. We'll have to keep tabs on the battalion game as well, as they're currently out of town tonight against the Mississauga Steelheads. Looking for a bit of revenge in that one. Speaking of battalion, there's Zach Wilson with the puck, playing there last night with the troops in their 4-3 loss to the Kingston Frontenacs. Back to Wilson. Wilson with a quick pass for McMillan. Coming off the bench, that was Owen Smetham. Got it to McMillan and then got it to Caden Dubroy. And now to LaCroix. LaCroix with the shot. And that one's blocked there by Sturge. And into the back end. Sturge with the puck in his own zone. Quickly up the ice for Owen Smetham. His pass off the skate of Owen Smetham, rather. That was Case. Now Dubroy with a chance. That puck goes out of play. And we'll get our first stoppage here, just short of 3 minutes gone on the clock.
This has been a great game of defense so far. Not a lot of capitalizing on offensive chances. We've had a few shots towards the net at either side, but only one has actually found a goaltender. That's Dan DeRocco with one save on the night so far.
He's got a higher save percentage than Medivier as of right now.
0 is still 100% of 0.
No. That's not how it works in my mind right now. Sturge from behind the net. The puck comes out. Another chance thrown towards Medivier. The Voodoos don't get a shot on net, though, as Smetham throws it out front. No one was there for it. Now it's into the far side. McCarthy with Smith battling out for it. Now Mason Chitteroni comes away with it. Gets the puck out front. The Voodoos with a good chance there. Medivier had to be strong on that one. And Hudson Chitteroni started the season with the Cubs, but the Cubs made a move to get his brother Mason Chitteroni. And as a defenseman through 18 games, has 11 points, respectable numbers for the elder statesman.
That is not too bad numbers for a defenseman to come into a league and put up some numbers like that. From what I hear, he's pretty responsible on the defensive end as well. I don't know for sure, haven't seen him play too much, but that's the word I hear.
Puck, once again, we're back underway here. Another chance. A wide over the net to Patrick. Patrick over for Shields. Shields with a shot well wide of the net. And now far side, Turner tried to kick it out to his stick. And instead he kicked it out to the Cubs. Cohan takes a shot. That one's wide of the net as well. Patrick, who scored a great goal on Wednesday as well, down the ice. Patrick stops up, takes a shot. Medivier just stabs the glove out and grabs it. And a good save there by the goaltender.
That kind of precision by a goaltender is always impressive to me. Where on hard shots like that, where you just swing the glove out. I mean, I get a couple saves like that when I'm playing men's league in Trout Creek, but it's usually more luck than anything. I suspect it takes more than luck to play at this level.
Yeah, you got to be good. You got to be lucky to be good, and you got to be good to be lucky. But at this level, there's a big difference too.
Yeah.
Harris gets the puck in deep. Rubrick goes after it. Rotundo gets to it first, though. And then Ricci gives it away to Harris. Harris with a chance. That one goes wide of the net. Back to the point. Chitteroni flips it in, goes around, and it comes out now for Smith. Smith for the Voodoos. His pass out of the zone hit a body in front, but now he gets it up to Thompson. Thompson in for McMillan. McMillan stops, takes a shot. That one just kept on going higher and higher before it went over the net. So no shot on goal there for the Voodoos. Now puck out front, good chance there by Thompson. Another chance for Medivier. The puck's still loose, and the Voodoos couldn't bury that. The first great chance of the game coming to Powassan. And we'll have to see if the chances keep coming, as now on this end, Shanks tries to get a wraparound attempt past Durocolo. who's right there next to the post. With a good chance. Another shot on the goaltender, and a big save as he gets the glove on it. And wow, the Voodoos with the first real grade A scoring opportunity here.
Rockland made a great save right at the end there, but yeah, right beforehand there was a couple defensemen making saves sprawled through the blue paint down in the Cubs end that, you know, I'm always nervous for guys when they're diving in the blue paint like that because they don't got the protection to be in that position.
Nice thing about this league, I know some of the players might not like it too much, but with the cage, at least you know you don't have any dental work afterwards.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Case through the neutral zone, had his pocket picked, and now the puck back into Voodoos territory with Dubroy going to get it. Caden Dubroy from Sudbury himself, playing against his hometown team. Now it's to Sagan. Shanks gets it up to the red line, but no further. Then Dubroy stepped on the puck, and now he has trouble staying on his feet as he lost possession. Now the puck out of Cubs territory. Dubroy picking it up in the neutral zone. Caleb Dawson takes his man down to the ice, and Dubroy's forced to just dump the puck in for Sturge to chase after. Smith in his own zone, down the ice, picked up by McCarthy very briefly, and now it's to Lemke in his own zone. Lemke passes it to Ricci. Ricci chips it down the ice. Puck comes in on Durocolo. He just sticks out a stick to knock it away. And now Ricci with possession in his own zone. Ricci tries to get around Chitteroni. Good opportunity there for Chitteroni just to knock Ricci into the boards. Now the puck thrown in from the neutral zone by McCarthy with a little bit too much zest on it as it goes out of play.
You find yourself back in the Powassan end. We're approaching halfway in the game, and we're up to 4-3 in favor of Powassan. It's been pretty interestingly back and forth, though. There's not been either team's really taken too much control aside from that one play that Powassan had a bunch of good chances.
I would have to agree with you on that one. McCarthy walks in, takes a shot, was looking for the rebound to Lemke, and now the puck out of Cubs territory. Down the ice, good stick by Lemke, knocks it away from Chitteroni. And now McCarthy walks his way through 3 Cubs. His pass to Lemke was just out of reach. Now Lemke with possession down below the goal line. Lemke tries to flip it out, was looking for McCarthy. It hit a stick and bounced away from the green jerseys. And now the puck right back down for Smetham. Smetham flipping it right back into Cubs territory. And the Cubs regain possession. Nearly a big hit there in center ice, but Kavanaugh walks in, takes a shot. Durocolo got a piece of it. Now Wilson has it. Puck jumping all over his stick. Rubik with it. Puck was out front. A good chance there by the Cubs, but couldn't get a shot away. Turner tries to get around Kavanaugh, or Chitteroni, I should say. Now Turner gets to it. Back to the point for Shields. Shields with a shot. That one's kicked aside by Metavier and off the end of the building and out of play.
So far tonight, we've seen a lot of deflected shots. And that's become more and more of a thing that we're seeing in the games. We're seeing lots of guys get their sticks active in the way in blocking those shots. But I think part of it's also when guys are shooting, they're just trying to get stuff towards the net. Goaltending has really evolved to the point where you need those deflections.
Chance from the point by Case, turned aside by Metavier.
And that's a perfect example where if you give a goalie a clear shot from the point, the way technique has evolved, they're going to make most of those saves.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, and maybe even 9.5 times out of 10 if we're going to get save percentage in there.
Yeah.
The goaltender's going to make those saves like you said, so redirection is never really a bad idea. Patrick tried to get a shot. Couldn't get that one to go. Metavier didn't see that one at all as the puck was thrown cross ice. It wasn't until it hit the boards that he looked the way of the puck. Now behind the net, back to Sturge. Sturge at the point, tries to throw the puck on net. Shields had tipped it. Metavier had left the area of where the puck was going, but the puck just out of reach of the net. Now the Cubs. Smith chasing after it. Case gets to it first, though. And with 8 minutes gone here in this first period, nothing will have an icing call here against the Cubs.
One of the things that I'm not a huge fan of here in Powassan is the way this mesh really just seems to mess with my eyes. Most other rinks, I don't have a problem with it. But for some reason here, I find it causes a little obstruction.
Is it the white, maybe?
It could have to do with the lighting on the other side of it.
Out front, Smith takes the shot, just missed wide as he was given a golden chance on the giveaway. Now Smith once again, another chance. Oh, off a body as that one just missed Metavier. Rotundo with the puck in his own zone. Stops up, gives it to Ricci. Ricci stick handles around a couple of Cubs as he carries the puck in. Takes another chance. Metavier off the top of his chest, looked uncomfortable making the save, but he made the save nonetheless. Now McMillan gets the puck up the ice to Thompson. Thompson in the near side. McMillan loses it, and the Cubs pick it back up. Down the ice, Chitteroni gains the zone, or rather gains the red line and dumps it in. Wilson behind the back pass, Chitteroni picks it up. And now McMillan with a Chitteroni all over the ice picks up the puck in his own zone. McMillan looking down the ice for Smith. Passes out of his reach, so Cubs recollect. And the puck is chipped into Voodoos territory. Wilson with it. Goes around the end wall, all the way down the ice, so that should go for icing. And that will go against icing against the Voodoos. So the Cubs with an offensive zone draw here with 10:45 left in this first period.
One thing that we've been seeing tonight has been, it's been a really clean game, not too much stick work. Haven't seen too many big hits thrown either. Dawson took down his opponent at one point with a fairly big check in open ice, but we haven't seen too many hits other than that.
No, not many hits at all, which is strange for a matchup that's slowly becoming a bit of a rivalry. I know they're different divisions, but with the highway corridors that these teams are playing now, you know, the Voodoos play a lot of the Cubs, play a lot of the Paper Kings as well. As a puck right back down the ice, but great speed by Dubroy, and they're going to call that one icing. To me, Dubroy, I mean, I'm not out on the ice, but Dubroy had legs. It looked like he was going to beat that one out.
He did beat it out. He got there to the first place. But I'm not sure how the icing rules go if it's first one across the hash marks, because that's the way it is in some of the hybrid icings. So
it's automatic icing here, right? But you still have to beat it out.
But that's what I mean. So they call it when you get to the hash marks. So if you haven't beaten them by the hash marks, it's considered icing.
And there will be a penalty here against the Voodoos. So now a play. I'm not saying that's not a penalty, is what I'm saying. I'm going to start this off by, here's the chain of events, is Dubroy arguably beats out an icing call, and now it leads to a defensive zone draw for the Voodoos, which then ends up leading to, or no, it looks like the Cubs. No, Wilson will be in the box, so Zach Wilson's going off. But that's what I mean, so now you're on the defensive, you take a penalty in your own zone, but that all would have been negated had Dubroy beaten out that icing.
Yeah.
Which...
That's one of those butterfly effect things, though.
Yeah, that's exactly it, but I mean...
That, yes, had they not blown that icing, that penalty would have happened.
Well, the Cubs, who have a great power play, go to work here for at least the next 2 minutes or less, as they have to regroup in their zone as the Voodoos dump the puck down quickly. Shanks with the puck. Flips it in. It's past Sturge. Chitteroni's going to get to that one first. Far side to Smith. Back to the point. Asanawe to Martin. Martin walking the line. Goes over for Smith. Shoots the puck in deep for Shanks. Shanks. Asanawe walks out. Takes a shot. That one might have hit a body, but either way, it's completely wide of the net and out of play with 1 minute 22 left on the power play.
That was a great set of play for the Voodoos on the penalty kill there. They just really held their box, kept them to the outside, didn't let them get any good chances on the net. Every once in a while they took some pressure points. And they're doing pretty good on the penalty kill this year. I know they're definitely missing Service out there. He was one of their heavy penalty killers last year.
Yeah, he was great for the Voodoos last year. Is off the draw, Rotundo pins the puck down, then he gets to the loose puck and flips it cross ice down the ice. So Metavier out to play the puck with a minute left here on this power play for the Cubs. Smith with the puck throws it down into Voodoos territory, and that one's going to go for icing against the Cubs as Smith wasn't quite yet over the red line. So now the Voodoos will get an offensive zone draw 200 feet away from their own net. Well, not in this rink, not 200 feet, but any other rink, 200 feet.
185 feet, I think, is something like that here.
Yeah, it's not it's not a NHL regulation size rink by any means.
But they got through half the penalty and getting a face-off in the opposing zone end, so that's not too bad.
Yeah, it gives you a chance to kill off some more time here. It's Lemke in for the draw. Lemke did win the draw, but right on it was the Cubs. So they get possession, and there's a hit thrown there by Ricci on Shanks. And now Lemke throws another one on Shanks. And that one will go back into Cubs territory for Metavier to play. 40 seconds left on the man advantage. Here's the Voodoos just killed off roughly 20 seconds in the Cubs zone with some speed now going the other way. The Cubs. Cohan leaves it for Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh takes a shot. Duracolo got that one. Now alone in the slot. Chance on net. I think they missed. Oh my goodness. Good chance there by the Cubs. But the puck remains out of the Voodoos net. 15 seconds left. It's going to be another delayed call against the Voodoos. And now the Voodoos just trying to eat as much time out of a potential 5-on-3 as Shields does eventually touch the puck. And now we'll have another penalty against Powassan as Lemke will go off for another 2 minutes. And it'll be a 5-on-3 for 8 seconds here.
I didn't particularly see the infraction. I just remember looking back in the middle of play and the ref had his arm up.
Yeah, I missed the infraction too. I'm going to guess it obviously had something to do with what happened in front of the net. As the Cubs get possession off the draw. Kavanaugh, near side to LaCroix. He fans on the shot. Now he gets the puck back out. Patrick gets to it as we're now back to 5-on-4 here. As the Voodoos now have to kill off this second straight penalty. Puck from the neutral zone thrown in. Harris on the near side. Good battle on the near side. Gets it back to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh takes a shot. Duracolo with the save. Didn't know where it was as he was about to move to find out where the puck was, but it was under him the whole time.
That is the trickiest position to be in a goalie, is where you feel a puck hit you, but you don't know where it is. You don't want to move, because if you got trapped in between your arm and your body or something, you move, you drop it in and runs into your net. That's just the most heartbreaking feeling you can have.
Yeah, when you get 95% of the shot, but not all of it. Smith on the near side. Has his pass, was picked off there on a good play by Patrick. And now it's back into Cubs territory with Martin with it. 1:15 left on the man advantage. And coming out of their zone with some speed, Asinaway. Takes a shot, turned aside by Duracolo. And now some pushing and shoving after the whistle by Turner with Shanks. And 1:05 left on the power play. 7:33 left in this first period. Nothing is the score between these two combatants.
One thing that I really like about Powassan's penalty kill is that they always send a forechecker up to do some hard pressure in the offensive end to chase the puck back. The only thing that I have issue with is that as they get back towards the blue line, they seem to give the other team a little easier entry into their own zone than I would like to see them.
Ricci off the face-off, dumps the puck down through the neutral zone. Cubs with possession. Quick skating by Walker, walks in to the Voodoos' end. Walker goes for a skate around all the Voodoos players, gets it back to Smith. Smith with possession, goes cross ice. Asanawe back to Martin. Martin near side to Smith. Smith takes the shot, turned aside as the Voodoos block that one, and Rotundo's able to clear it with 25 seconds left on the power play. Chitteroni leaves it for Walker. Walker walking in, takes the shot, juicy rebound there, but Duracolo and the Voodoos clear it. Now Sturge going all the way. Sturge one-on-one, gets around his man, takes a shot. Good save by Metavier as a great chance by Jaden Sturge going end to end. Another chance. Back door, somehow they got that puck by Duracolo as LaCroix picked it up in the blue paint on a pass across that maybe Duracolo should have had.
That's one of those double heartbreakers where Sturge had such a beautiful rush down the ice the other way to have the puck come back, and what I couldn't quite tell what happened, but it looked like the pass across almost hit Duraco and tipped in and all off himself. I couldn't tell if the stick from
LaCroix definitely got it.
LaCroix got it.
Yeah, he definitely got it. This is 10th of the season.
Those passes
And
across like that are always hard to get to, though.
That's how the Cubs score on the power play. I've seen it a million times this season already whenever they play the Voodoos. That's what they look for, is that really in-tight pass, and they seem to get it off every time. And I'm like, it's a 1 in a million pass that it works, and it works. I guess it's not a 1 in a million pass anymore.
I mean, it could be a 1 million pass, but if you do it a million times.
That's true. Now to McMillan, chance across, it's in, no, off behind the net. How did the Voodoos miss that? And now the Cubs are going to have a penalty against them. How did Thompson miss the wide open net like that?
I was sure that was in.
It looked like it went in. Oh my goodness.
Check the video replay. I think it went through the net.
Harris with the penalty against them. So the Voodoos have a chance to respond here on a power play that at times this year has looked deadly and at other times has looked lethargic.
That's typically a Voodoo's curse, though, is it not?
It sounds like it. I guess I got to use some voodoo magic to fix that one somehow.
Put some jet fuel in that Voodoo.
Yeah. Lemke wins the draw. It's kept in by Shields. I know they've missed this guy out on the power play. Shields goes for a skate. Gets it back to Case. Case tried to cross ice to Lemke. Back to the point. And now it's in for Patrick. Patrick. Back to Case. Case back for Patrick. Patrick back to Case. Back to the point, was looking for Lemke, passes out of his reach. And now Lemke had to go and get the puck almost to his own zone. Shields with it. Shields with the head of speed into the Cubs territory. Shields walks around behind the net, nearly lost possession. Now Patrick gets to it. Patrick flips it back around the end wall. Over a minute still on the power play. Case. Back for Smetham to Case. Case to the middle for Shields. They score! Tucker, Shields, and the Voodoos are in flight with a response here on the power play. It's Shields' 9th of the season.
That was just an amazing shot. A nice speed to him at the point. The two of them had passes going back and forth, but the one tried to work anyone else in. They couldn't get passes to work. Finally, they got one to go to someone, and Shields made work of it. Strangely, a certain other person named Ben isn't in the building.
Yeah, funny how that works, eh? Tucker, Shields doing his best Ty Nelson impression from the point. And now we're back tied at 1 apiece with 5 minutes left here in this first period. Ricci, fans on his pass, but both Cubs were retreating, so they weren't in an area to grab that loose puck. Rotundo flips it down the ice. Doesn't get very far. Rotundo picks it back up in the neutral zone. And now the puck down to Voodoo's territory. Ricci picks it up. Ricci on the near side corner tries to find McMillan. It's given away to the Cubs. And now, chasing after it, back to the point is the Cubs. For Smith. Smith on the near side to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh throws it towards the net. Couldn't find any white jerseys, though. As now, Thompson with the puck. Tried to find Smith, who was ahead a few steps right at the blue line. And Smith from behind the Cubs net loses possession. Down the ice now for Oliver Smith for the Cubs. Walks in. Nice little pass there to Asanawe. Now to McMillan. McMillan's pass out of the zone. Couldn't get it out. Now McClellan gets to it. McClellan up the ice. That is going to be a delayed offside against Smith on the Voodoo side of things, as he was about a step or two into the zone. Now Kavanaugh walking in. Kavanaugh went cross ice, but his pass found no one. Wraith Smith on the far side. Tried to get a past Chitteroni, but he can't. Now it's to the near side for Shields. Shields flips it right back in. Wilson behind his net. Up for Patrick. Patrick, far side looking for Shields. Instead, he finds Turner. Turner splitting the defense with a good chance. And that one's turned aside by Medivier. Back to the point. Nifty little moves there by Patrick, and they call that one offside. Oh my goodness, well that'll take us to our mid-period break, which of course, with 3:32 back, left, I guess you can't really call it a mid-period break, but we'll be back with more exciting Voodoos action on the other side of this.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
And if you're just joining us, it's a 1-1 hockey game between the Voodoos and the Sudbury Cubs here. As LaCroix got his 10th of the season on the power play. Ben LaCroix, that is. And Tucker Shields, in his first few games back from injury, gets his 9th as a response against the Cubs to tie it up on their power play right after that. So 2 power play goals here in this one. Special teams definitely playing a factor.
With the Voodoos, they always play a factor one way or another. Tonight, their penalty kill, even though they let in a goal, it was at towards the end of 4 minutes of being down, and it was a great play by the Cubs, but the penalty killing looked really good before that. Power play looked good for them tonight. Like I say, special teams are looking okay.
I would have to agree with you on there. That's Ben Long. I'm Courtney Kenny. Mike Brown, our camera operator for Flow Hockey, and of course, Harrison Clements with our wonderful social media presence. Follow us at the Frontline Pod on Instagram, TikTok, wherever you find your funny videos nowadays. I wouldn't say our videos are especially funny, but they're funny to watch because it's us.
Some of them are.
Oh, if only we could show you the other stuff. Case throws it on net, kicked aside by Medevie. Back to Case at the point. We could have a blooper reel that could go on forever, but yeah, no, that wouldn't be very good. Sturge with the puck. Hey, and some of it's been live too.
That's true.
McCarthy over for Lemke. Lemke with a sharp angled shot. Medevie tried to stab the glove at it, but couldn't find the puck. Now it's near side to Ricci. Ricci throws it right back in. Medevie gloves it down and stops play with 2:39 left here in this first period. So we'll just get a stoppage here, and the Voodoos will get an offensive zone draw.
It always throws me off way too much when the mid-period breaks later like that.
Oh, I know, eh?
I think we should stop calling it the mid-period break as a result.
Well, we can't call it TV timeout because we are the TV, but Flow Hockey doesn't really go anywhere. Chance off the draw is well over the net for McMillan. Don't know where that shot was going. To the stratosphere. To the moon.
It was going to the flag.
Apparently. Thompson looking for the draw here. Wins it back to McMillan. McMillan with another chance. Tried to keep it along the ice, but it's kicked aside by the Cubs player's skate. Now Thompson with it. Thompson skating around his net. Lost it. Now it's back in for Thompson to chase after as Rotundo got to it. McMillan to Thompson. Thompson with a shot on net. And that one just missed wide. In now for Rafe Smith. Thompson chasing after it. And the Cubs come away with it. Shanks down the ice for Oliver Smith. Nearly had his pocket picked by McMillan. 2 minutes left here in this first period. Rotundo. Giveaway there. Duraculo had to be strong on that one as there was a giveaway right in front of him. But no harm, no foul. It's still a 1-1 game.
Those kinds of plays always drive me crazy. When I'm coaching, like the kids, the house leagues I'm coaching, I always am telling kids, do not skate the puck in front of your own net. Only bad things will happen. Don't do it.
Yep.
And that is exactly what we saw there. Fortunately, Duraculo was there.
Sagan with a shot from the point. Duraculo with the save, stopping that one. And we'll get another stoppage of play here.
Duraculo's looked very solid tonight so far. All of his responses to plays, his reactions and rebounds has been calm, collected, exactly the form we like to see him playing in.
Case off the draw, throws it around cross ice to Patrick. Case near side. With the puck behind his net. Gets it to Sturge, back to Case. Case up for Turner. Turner off the boards, no, he hits the linesman. Puck back into Voodoos territory, Sturge with it. He muscles the puck down into Cubs territory before the Cubs regain possession. And now the Cubs are going the other way. Into the Voodoos zone. The Cubs pick it up behind the net. Taken down to the ice. Turner has his man down. Now the puck out front. Chance there for Walker as he was left all alone in front of the net as he snuck in and is able to deposit that one behind DiRoccolo. On a breakdown there by the Voodoos, it's 2-1 Cubs.
You just can't be leaving guys alone in the front of the net like that at any level of hockey and expect the results to go well for you.
No. And that's Walker's 14th of the season.
In how many games is that for him?
That's 32. This will be his 32nd game. 1:09 left. Cubs with a late goal here. Big hit thrown by Rotundo at center ice. Good pass there. Up for Smith was taken away. Now Kavanaugh wills the puck back the other way into Voodoos territory. LaCroix with a shot from the sharp angle. It's over to DiRoccolo. What a save! And now we have a bit of some rough stuff going here as a penalty was going to be called either way. As now we have a pile of bodies there on the ice in front of the net. Helmets coming off of some of the Cubs players. LaCroix trying to get in late. He's trying to be helped out by the Voodoos, trying to keep him out. LaCroix now shoving his man. As we have some more players on the ice. Cubs helmets coming off. Rotundo in the midst of it is being shown the door. He'll go to the penalty box. You got to think there's going to be some penalties coming for the Cubs too. As it looks like a pickup hockey game out there with all the sticks on the ice. You're going to throw it either way around the ice. Is not to be lost in all of that, though, was a great save by DiRoccolo moments before that. Coming across to rob his man. And now there's one Voodoos helmet, one Cubs helmet on the ice.
And many sticks.
And in the penalty box, well, things haven't evened out yet. It's 2 green jerseys, 0 white.
It looks like the white players are just refusing to go in the box, though.
Cubs.
Don't give me that look.
The Cubs, Smith standing there waiting for an explanation along with Lemke. I can tell you right now, if the Cubs don't have anyone in there, that's a little odd. Both teams are at fault here. It looks like the linesman's trying to call over somebody. He does.
So Harris joins.
We got one Cub in the box. These are moments so that I don't miss doing public address, because you'd be sitting down there trying to figure it all out with the scorekeeper and being like, okay, what am I announcing? And you don't want to sound like an idiot, and then you always end up sounding like an idiot.
Yeah, you can't avoid that one.
No. I mean, there's certain PA guys that just sound bad, but when you're doing things like this,
it's a tricky situation where
it is.
Where you're not given the chance to win in that.
No.
So there we go. We have Rubik and Harris currently in the box for the Cubs.
48.4 seconds left on the clock, by the way. It's 2-1 for the Cubs. And remember the last time these two teams played here, I think it was Harrison actually that was on the color commentary with that. There was about four or five Cub players in the box at one point, and then later that week we had the Petes come to North Bay, and there was like 6 Petes players in the penalty box in North Bay.
Me and you were at the
battalion game
to see that in person.
Yeah.
But I wasn't here for the Cubs, but I remember I was playing hockey, so I got off the ice, look at my phone. What is happening in Powassan tonight?
All I can say, though, is the nice thing about the Petes coming to town like that is it spawned one of the most deep and philosophical questions we've ever had on the podcast. And what is a Pete? We found out. It's kind of underwhelming, to be honest with you. It's a statement that every team would have, and it's an article on their website that took Ben Sargent way too long to read.
Yep.
But okay, so 2 minutes are on the board for the Voodoos.
You know, the Voodoos could be asked that question.
What is a Voodoo?
Yeah, because I've had people be like, is there like a...
Are we in Louisiana?
Is there a Cajun community around or something that's that particularly expects you a lot of voodoo in Powassan? No, it's the airplane.
Yeah, it's a jet.
Yeah.
That's why the logo is a jet.
It's a fighter jet, yeah.
If you go up to the base in North Bay, there's Voodoo Crescent.
Yeah.
So.
And if you go to not Average Joe's, restaurant there's a Voodoo burger at some restaurant in North Bay.
Oh, we're not allowed to say the name of that one.
It doesn't matter, but there's a Voodoo restaurant.
Yeah. But that was named because of the team.
Yeah.
Because they used to be owners of the team.
Speaking of good restaurants, my company's staff party is at Average Joe's, and I'm really excited.
There you go. When's that happening? Uh-oh, you don't remember. That's a bad sign.
I think it's the 16th.
Oh, so you get back-to-back Christmas parties.
Yeah.
Oh, no, cameraman Mike. Oh, he just opened up a pop, and it went everywhere.
As long as it's not on the electronics, we're good.
Happy birthday, Mike. Your pop is everywhere.
So now I'm seeing 3 guys in the Cubs. We have 2 guys in the Voodoos.
Yeah, but still only 2 minutes on the board for the Voodoos, and the face-off's coming in Cubs territory.
Looks like McMillan's being shown the gate, maybe got a 10-minute.
Well, the way he didn't really slam the door, so I'm guessing that's the case.
But we still have 3 guys.
And it's
whoa. Power play.
Yeah, that's right. I was going to say the Voodoos have 5 skaters out there, but that's right. The stanchion tells all.
Yep.
As we're back underway here with the Voodoos looking for another chance on the power play to tie the game up before the end of the period. Back for Shields. Shields had the puck, had his pocket picked by Smith. Smith going down the ice. Takes a shot, stopped by DeRoccolo. Shields picking it up. Shields going the other way, flips the puck cross ice, looking for Smetham. Smetham into Cubs territory, loses it. 15 seconds left on the clock here in this first period. And now it's back for Patrick. Patrick looking for a last moment chance here. Case took the shot. It was blocked. 3 seconds left. Patrick turns and throws it on net. Miss Metivier. And that'll do it here in the first period. The Voodoos will have a power play to start the second, but they also trail 2-1 against the Greater Sudbury Cubs here after 20 minutes of play. And, well, 20 minutes of play, a little bit longer than that to actually watch the period thanks to the last few minutes. But, Ben, our thoughts before we go to break?
We talked earlier about how it'd been like a calm game and not too physical, but with 48 seconds left in the period, that changed. And given the history of these two teams, I can't see it becoming more friendly.
No, I have to agree with you on that one. But with that being said, we'll be back with more Frontline action on the other side of this intermission.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Barry!
Huh?
I told you not to be scaring the customers.
Hey, Barry, come on in for a bite. And bring Brianna with you.
For only 2 minutes up the hill, where you're only a stranger once.
Ready to embark on an electrifying adventure? Look no further than the Mitsubishi Outlander, available in gas or PHEV, the SUV that redefines excellence. Recently awarded the best midsize utility vehicle in Canada for 2023 by AJAC. This bold and sophisticated SUV delivers advanced performance, safety, and tech, plus peace of mind with its standard super all-wheel control and the best warranty in the business. With red-hot deals and plenty in stock, your award-winning drive starts with the Mitsubishi Outlander.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
And we welcome you back inside the Powassan Sportsplex for the second period here between the Greater Sudbury Cubs and your Powassan Voodoos. The Cubs currently lead 2-1 after 20 minutes of play. Courtney Kenny pleased to be joined by Ben Long, and the Voodoos will start this period on a power play, which the power play is how they scored their first goal of the game, Ben.
They looked really good on it as well, so if they can keep that energy going and move forward, they could probably tie this one early in the second here. And that's a great way to start a period coming back, and then they have the rest of the game to try and get ahead.
Well, here's hoping that they do. I've already had my share of disappointments today with the whole Otani watch turning out to not actually be a thing.
Although it's not been a true disappointment. I mean, slight letdown.
Yeah.
But
if it's announced that he's signing with, like, the Oakland A's or something, I'm going to be like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah. I'm taking over the broadcast solo at that point.
I mean, if it's anybody but the Blue Jays at this point, I was trying to be all like, I'm not getting my hopes up. 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 My hopes are up. If it's anyone but the Blue Jays, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm just going to light my Jays jerseys on fire, even though Otani doesn't have anything to do with that. It is his decision. I mean, he has everything to do with that, I guess, but
he 100% everything to do with that.
Yeah. As I've seen on I'm still going to call it Twitter. As I've seen on Twitter, Jays fans have said, with because every player has to go through a physical when they sign a big deal and stuff. They're like, no. Otani doesn't need the physical. He's going to be healing us. And as Jays fans, I can see that. Enough about the Blue Jays, though, unless we get some tangible news. We're back underway here as the Cubs in their white jerseys are going right to left this period. The Voodoos in their home greens are going left to right as this Lemke in Cubs territory with the puck on the near side. Goes for a skate behind the net. Looks out front, gets it back to the point for Shields. Shields, the goal scorer, with a shot, had it blocked. Lemke quickly back to Shields. Shields far side to Lemke. Puck nearly came out for Patrick. Now Shields couldn't hold the line, as he actually does. I thought they were going to get around him. Put a good stick there, stops that. Now a chance, side of the net. Patrick Smetham was turned aside by Medivier. And now we're under a minute left on that power play with 3 Cubs in the box so far and 2 Voodoos as well. Case with some speed, gaining the zone, stops up, flips the puck around behind the net. Smetham chasing after it. It gets to Thompson. Now in front, Patrick with the shot, and that one rode off Medivier's pads and wide of the net. Now Rotundo pinching in. Gets it over for Thompson. Thompson tries to shovel the puck deeper into Cubs territory. The puck does come away, but it's kept in by Ricci. Ricci with a shot blocked by a Voodoo. We're back to 5-on-5. Patrick to Turner. Turner tries to go behind the net to get to Thompson. Thompson got the puck out front to Turner. Turner goes cross ice. There's no one there for it, but McCarthy gets to it first. McCarthy walks out front, had the puck stripped from his stick. Now Ricci walking in, had a puck knocked away from him. Also, Rotundo gets to it. And now we're going to get a penalty here. It looks like it's going against the Voodoos for interference. as I believe that's Turner that's going.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. I wasn't sure. As soon as the tangle off in front of the net, it almost looked like the Cub grabbed Turner, fell down, and pulled Turner down on him. So I was wasn't so sure which way that penalty was going to end up going. But here we are with the face-off in the Voodoos end, and 2 minutes on the clock that we can see the full time.
There's no stanchion dealing with that one on this play. Quick update from the Paramount Fine Food Center. The North Bay Battalion are currently up 3-1 on the Mississauga Steelheads at the start of the second period. Dallin Wakely with 2 goals tonight. Anthony Romani with the other one, and Luke Misa with the lone goal for the Steelheads as well. Martin to Smith. Puck missed wide of the net. Out front, DeRoccolo couldn't find it, but the Voodoos do and send it down the ice. Metavier leaves it for Martin. Now Asinaway going the other way. Down the ice. Number 10 there. In blue and white, Asinaway gets it back to Martin. Martin walking the line. Stops up. Gets it to Asinaway. Looked out front. Instead it bounces in on DeRoccolo. And we'll get a stoppage here with 1:22 left on the man advantage for the Cubs.
And that was an odd slide that the puck just took going out in front of the net there. It almost looked like the puck could have slid underneath DeRoccolo's pads at any moment there as well. But he managed to cover it up. Both goalies have looked great in their penalty killing roles. Metivier made some great saves when they were shorthanded just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, both goalies indeed looking good in this one. Ricci with the puck, tries to flip it out. He does. A good stick there by Patrick. Knocks the puck down the ice. It's going to go too far into the corner for him to get a scoring chance out of it, but Patrick is battling for possession behind the Cubs net. Puck does come away. Thompson coming in for support. Gets it back to Patrick. Patrick sends it down the ice for Rotundo. Rotundo flips it right back down, killing loads of time here on the Cubs as Metivier knocks that one into the corner, and the Cubs pick it back up. Down the ice, Cohan. Cohan takes a shot. DeRoccolo with a big save there. And what an effort by Patrick, Thompson, and Rotundo to really kill off a lot of time there for the Voodoos.
That was an especially great effort out of Patrick, who was down there fighting all by himself at one point. On the rush, Thompson almost turned back for a little bit just because he thought the puck was going to be turned over, and Patrick just kept fighting, so Thompson came in to back him up.
Puck back to the point, Chitteroni. Cross ice for Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh to the near side for Cohen. 30 seconds left on the man advantage to Chitteroni. Chitteroni. Far side to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh in deep. Walker. Back for Kavanaugh. Shot on net. Turned aside by DeRoccolo. Puck bounces to the blue line. Chitteroni. Kavanaugh again. Kavanaugh takes a shot. That one hit a body and went wide. Back to the point for Chitteroni. Back to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh to Chitteroni. Now over for Cohan. Takes a shot. That one missed the net. And 5 seconds remaining on the power play. Chitteroni walks in. Takes a shot. DeRoccolo with the save. Kavanaugh at the point. Another chance. That one's blocked by a Cub. And now the Voodoos have possession. And that Cub Walker is slow to get up. Case with the puck. Up to Thompson. Thompson gains the red line. Gains the blue line. Goes around a couple of Cubs before he's ultimately snuffed out along the boards. 4 minutes gone here in the second period. Eventful hockey as both teams have had power plays already. Puck comes up, rides the top of the glass, wasn't called out of play. And now the Cubs continue their cycle game here. Back to Shanks. Shanks with the shot, blocked by Dubroy. And Dubroy chasing down the puck, looking for his man. That's Hauser with it. Good opportunity there by Dubroy. Gets it to Smith. Smith for Thompson. Thompson going cross ice. McClelland with the shot. That one's blocked. And holding on to it as he went down was Hauser, as he took a big block and gets a tap on the head and a bit of a hug from Metivier.
And he looks like he's in a bit of pain there. He took it right in the midsection. There's not a whole lot of protection there, which Walker took a big shot there earlier in the other end, blocking a shot for the other team.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 Cubs a little bit roughed up on those few plays. Hauser bending over as he goes back to the bench, but Metavier definitely appreciative there as McClellan had a great opportunity to tie things up for Powassan. Puck back behind the net. Kavanaugh flips it out quickly. Going the other way, Sudbury. Signoretti, but it's flipped back in. Kavanaugh gets to it on the near side now. The Cubs try to get the puck out of their zone, but they can't, as Smetham's able to get it right back in off a good play by Rotundo to keep it in. McCarthy gets a stick on it, couldn't hold on to it for long though, as now the puck comes up to Rubrick. Ricci in his own zone with the puck. Going for a bit of a skate, flips it down the ice, finds McCarthy. McCarthy pressured there at his own blue line, loses the possession, and now a good hit there by Rotundo knocks the puck loose. Puck back to the point, kept in by Chitteroni, flipped towards the net, and now going for a skate is Cohan. Out front, puck knocked in, and now it's 3-1 for the Cubs.
The one thing they're doing really well is getting men to the front of the net, getting their stick on the puck, and just directing it towards the goal. And that was a case where there was just a pile of guys in front of the net, and they happened to get the bounce the right way. It's kind of a shame that we had Reese Smetham had a really good forecheck play right before that, and the power play before that, Reese Smetham had a really good chance on Mativier.
Ryan Rubrick with his 7th of the season. It's tough when you don't really have the full-on coaching staff of the Voodoos, as Peter Goulet and Josh Hardiman, as now we're seeing Turner being taken off the ice for Thompson. They're both away with Team Canada East at the World Junior A Challenge. So you have Brent Tomlinson, who's coached the team before, and Josh Dale taking the reins. But every time the Cubs play the Voodoos, it's the backdoor passes that kill the Voodoos.
Yep.
And it's just frustrating to watch them not change their game plan with that. Thompson gets the puck to Shields. 3-1 hole now for the Voodoos. Shields going for a skate behind the net, tried to flip it out front. Case gets to it, throws it right back on net. Metavier with a glove there stops that. And we'll get a stoppage here. Shots on goal 17-16 in favor of the Voodoos.
That was some great chaos that the Voodoos had constructed in front of Mativier there, but he managed to find it through a pile of bodies going seemingly every which direction, including a few guys being down at the point where Case was able to turn it over and get the shot off.
We'll get a face-off violation here. And we'll start things up again as the Cubs win the draw in their own zone. Chitteroni down the ice quickly. Gets the puck around. We haven't seen McMillan this period, so I guess he was kicked out of the game. And the puck rolls into Cubs territory, and that'll go for icing against the Voodoos. And the Cubs will get a offensive zone draw here.
I think that's McMillan in the box. Probably got 10 minutes.
Oh, yes, you're right.
So fortunately we'll get to see him back because he's always a valued presence on the front end.
He is indeed another offensive weapon for these Voodoos. Hauser.
Player to watch. Doesn't help if we're watching him in the penalty box.
Yeah, that's true. Owen Smetham can't get a stick on the puck. He eventually does. And the pass just finds skates now. Walker, it's a 2-on-1 here for the Cubs. Takes a shot, turned aside by Duracolo. Lemke shovels the puck down the ice. Hauser gets to it and picks it back up. Flipped in, Duracolo stops that attempt. Now Dawson with the puck, tries to will it down the ice. He does. Owen Smetham has 3 white jerseys to beat. Gets around Asinaway. Smetham twisting and turning on the near side. Runs out of room as the Cubs pick the puck back up. Hauser gets to it. Near side down the ice. Asinaway throwing the puck in. Smith coming in against Ricci, but Ricci keeps possession. Ricci the other way. Dubroy walking in. Stops up. Tried to flip the puck on net. That nearly hit Smith and went in. Now Dubroy, good stick. Couldn't get the puck away from his man though. As the puck stays down in Cubs territory. Smith brought his man to the ice, no call. Now Smith with it to Thompson. Thompson was looking out front for Dubroy. Couldn't get the pass to convert. Flips the puck back around behind the net. Smith missed that one. Thompson on the near side. Puck hits the glass. It's flipped out. Comes well out of play as it falls between the glass and the netting. So there is a souvenir for a lucky fan here at the Sportsplex. Something rare when you're in the stands.
Yeah, not many pucks are able to get through there. And that was a great shift that we saw out of Dubroy, Smith, and Thompson. All three of them are exciting players to watch out on the ice, and I love seeing them play. And they're particularly, aside from Thompson, a particularly young line that, you know, if they have a few more years to develop here with the Voodoos, I think they'll be a real special line.
It will be indeed. Rubrick, the most recent goal scorer, threw the puck towards the center of the ice. Cubs couldn't get a shot away. Now McCarthy gets to it. McCarthy going for a skate. Gets it to Hauser. However, puck couldn't get very far down the ice for the Cubs. Now it does. Going cross ice. McCarthy with it. McCarthy for Smetham. He got it on the backhand. Puck bounced off. And possession is lost. Now McCarthy going the other way. McCarthy had one Cub to beat. Puck does come in on Metavier. And he's just going to get the glove on it. And now he's down in a heap. We'll have to see if anything comes out of that one, as a couple of Cubs players having a few words with some Voodoos players.
Yeah, with Metavier being down there, there was a Voodoos player standing right over top of him, though I don't think any real contact was made, so I'm not sure why he was...
It was the, when he grabbed the puck on the glove, he kind of got hit by the player going by. But that's just one of those things where the player's following up on the play. It's not like he's, looking to hit the goalie or anything.
No, and that wasn't even the center of the...
No,
the
it
pushing
wasn't.
And shoving, that was entirely separate cause of events.
11:29 left in the second period. It's 3-1 Cubs. Patrick in for the draw against Walker. Another face-off violation here. Patrick wins it back to McClellan. Tip towards the net, but wide. Now Wilson keeps it in. Turner twisting and turning, lost the puck. Wilson tried to get a glove on it, and now it's going down the ice. McClellan with a head of steam. Puck. The Cubs beat the race and throw it on Duracolo, who just was able to get a piece of it and stop the play. On a good speed shown there by the Cubs.
Yeah, that was very precarious few moments for Duracolo there, where the Cubs managed to get by to get a shot. Duracolo kind of half had the poke check out by the time the shot came off and hit him. And you get those rebounds off a half poke check stick, you never know where it's going.
Face-off in Powassan territory, won by the Cubs and kept in. Turn around in front of the net. Hard hit leveled by Powassan. Dawson blindly threw it down the ice. It does get out. And now Smetham chasing after the puck, tries to get a piece of it. Chitteroni with a good stop on that one. Gains possession back. Mason Chitteroni with the Kavanaugh. Now down for Walker. Good stick stopping up that by Lemke as Lemke gains possession. Lemke looking to take a shot. Couldn't get one away as it's blocked. Ricci takes another shot. Now it's into the corner. Dawson battling for possession. It's given to Smith, but the Cubs gain possession again and flip it down the ice. Case gets to it. Case flips it down into Cubs territory. Smith leaves it up for Dubroy. Dubroy wasn't expecting it, so he couldn't get a shot away. Now Smith going down one-on-one with Case. Smith to the middle of the ice for Asanawe. Now back to Smith. Smith with a shot that's blocked. The Voodoos going down the other way. Dubroy, one man to beat. Into the corner, takes a sharp angle shot. He did score a sharp angle shot against the Paper Kings the other night, but it's turned aside by Metavier. And then I'll bring us to our, I can say it this time, 9:49 left in the period, our mid-period break here on the front line, and we'll be back with more hockey on the other side of this.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
Well, midway through the North Bay Battalion and Mississauga Steelheads game is now 3-2 for the Battalion as the Steelheads are clawing their way back in. We'll have to see if the Battalion are able to keep the Steelheads to less than 3 goals in this one, as that was the start of the run of games where the Battalion started allowing more than 3 goals every game, was that 7-6 loss at the hands of the Steelheads about a month ago. I think we're up to 20 games and counting right now where the Battalion have allowed at least 3 goals or more in each game. And, coming up to the giving season, I have to think that the top of the holiday wish list for the Battalion has to be defense.
Yeah, they don't want to be giving, they want to be giving up less.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But it seems the whole OHL is going in a more higher scoring route. Like, I don't know if it's a coaching strategy shift that all teams are just leaning towards more being higher firepower. I don't know.
I mean, it is exciting hockey, but at some point you want to see a game where you only allow a goal or 2.
Yeah.
Or heaven forbid 1. Puck flipped in on Metavier. As we think about the here and now. Another chance. The Voodoos couldn't bury on that one. Top of the Voodoos holiday wish list right now is probably 2 points in this one. And then topping the list again will be another 2 points next week. In 2 back-to-back games to finish out the schedule before the holiday break. We'll have all the action, of course, next Friday and Saturday here at the Sportsplex. Lemke with the puck in Cubs territory. Threw it out front, looking for McCarthy. Couldn't get a shot away. Near side again. Case comes in, tries to pinch. Now Smetham gets to it. He threw the puck, just twisted and turned and threw it to the middle of the ice, but now Shanks has possession. Shanks with the shot off the post. Again, another pass to the center of the ice, uncontested. And the Cubs nearly made it 4-1. Walking in, another chance here. Smith threw it out front. Turner stops that. Sturge with the puck. He had a great end-to-end rush. Short-handed in the first period. Penalty coming here to the Cubs. On the near side, the Voodoos with possession. Patrick twisting and turning, looking down the ice. Rocklow leaving his net. Sturge with it. Had the puck knocked off his stick. Now it's Patrick with it. Patrick was cross ice. Turner had fallen over, tried to play it. Now Shields. The Voodoos just can't get the puck down the ice. And now Walker gets to it and will be called here on the penalty as he gets possession. So 8:04 left in the second period. 3-1 Cubs lead. The Voodoos have a golden opportunity here to score a power play goal and bring the game closer.
Now the refs have just been conferring here for a moment down in front of us, almost as to decide what the penalty was going to be called, but it looks like it's 2 minutes for boarding.
That's Shanks, who's in the box. Or no, rather, Noah Cohan is in the box. It is 2 minutes, because that's all that we can see with our friend here, the stanchion at the Sportsplex.
2 minutes and an unknown amount of seconds.
Well, I can tell you right now it's 2 minutes. For sure.
Yeah. This is the only point in a Voodoos power play where we know exactly how much time there is.
Yeah. Thompson wins it back to McMillan, who's back out on the ice. Back out front. Puck's flying through the air to the near side. Whacked at. Ricci gets to it. However, the puck is out of Cubs territory, so the Voodoos have to regroup. Smith throws it in behind the net. Back in for Thompson. Thompson to Ricci. Ricci throws the puck on net off the crossbar. And that one goes out of play as the Voodoos coming close there to bringing it to within a goal.
That one went up, and a lot of players didn't seem to know where the puck went. But I saw a very animated Chris Dawson down in the corner pointing to it hit the net.
I tell you, Chris is one of the best people to watch a hockey game with. He's so fun.
Harrison's camera should only be on Chris all game.
I know that there is some not safe for work stuff that goes on down there, that's said down there. So Harrison, a lot of our videos on social media are slowed down because of that.
They could be no audio.
They could be, but Harrison's too nice. Near side, Smith couldn't get the the pass to Corral to his stick. There he looks to go cross ice. That pass hit a body, and it's flipped down the ice. The Cubs doing a good job of killing any momentum that the Voodoos can pick up here on the power play. Less than a minute now on the man advantage. Walking down the ice, it's Smith. Smith had his pocket picked. Puck comes to the near side. Smetham flips it right back in. Just hops over Smith's stick. Smith around for McMillan. Now the puck flipped back down the ice. Case chasing after it. Durockalo out to play it. Leaves it for Case. Case from his own zone. Far side for Lemke. Lemke behind the net, back to Case. Case stops up. Around for Patrick. Patrick on the far side. Back to the point for Shields. Shields tried to throw it on net. It was tipped. Another chance. Smetham tried to golf it on net. It just missed. Power play about to expire. Far side for Shields. Shields with another chance. Metavier gets to that one and gloves it down. And one thing about the Voodoos that's different for them right now than it was earlier in the season is they've lost a lot of firepower, but it looks like some of that might be coming back. The players out for the Voodoos are Captain Alex Little, who's really great on the back end offensively and great on the power play. Dylan McElhaney, who's only played 3 games with the team but has looked every bit the offensive weapon they've needed. And Justin Russo is a good two-way presence on this team. However, Russo might be back in action next weekend. So, slowly but surely, the Voodoos are getting healthy, and maybe, just maybe, the holiday break's coming at a good time for this team, where they can get away for a little bit and try to get healed up, as the Voodoos won't play for nearly 3 weeks or so. McClellan trying to get to his shot, couldn't get that one away. Goes around behind the net. Chitteroni with the puck, flips it down. Cubs through the neutral zone, lose it. McClellan gets to it. Now Dubroy with some speed through the neutral zone. Dubroy left it for Smetham, who overskated the puck. Dawson to it in the neutral zone on the far side. Dawson's pass picked off by the Cubs. And now on delayed offside will benefit the Voodoos, as McClellan with the puck behind his own net. McClellan down the ice, was looking for Smetham, hit a body of Signoretti. So the Voodoos will have to pick up the puck again in their own zone as the Cubs sent it down the ice. Turner got a piece of that puck, so no icing on that. Martin. And now to Asinaway with some speed into Voodoo's territory. Bouchard knocked off the puck. And the Cubs have possession once again, though, in the neutral zone. Good chance there by Turner. Couldn't pick up the puck. Now going the other way. Shields into his own zone. Shields along the end wall. Looking for some options. Skates through the neutral zone to Patrick. Patrick walks in, takes a shot. He hit it off the post. Ryan Patrick with a laser beam of the shot. And now Rotundo flipped it up and down into the end of the Voodoo or the Cubs zone, but it hit the roof. But wow, what a chance by Ryan Patrick.
I thought that was inside of the post. I was sure it was. And then the play kept going, and I was like, no. My old man eyes have failed me.
The netting also not helping either.
Yeah.
As we've already established earlier in this one. McMillan in for the draw. Gets it back to the point. Puck hit a body and floated into the corner. Another chance thrown towards the front of the net by Sturge. Couldn't find his man, though. Lemke knocks his man down in the neutral zone. The Voodoos will have to chase after it. Case in his own zone. Case with the puck. Flipping it down the ice. Had Smetham in all alone, but the puck was behind him. He still got a piece of it, so now the Voodoos have possession in the offensive zone. Far side in the corner. Knocked down on the ice was McCarthy on a bit of a hard hit. Now it's up to Rubik. Harris flipping it in. Back over for Smetham. Smetham flips the puck out of the zone to Hauser. To Asanawe. Asanawe walking in. Takes the shot. And that one's over the net and out of play. So we'll get a stoppage here with 3:11 left in the second period.
The puck just seems to be not bouncing Smetham's way when he's out there. There's been a few plays where pass just behind him, puck's hopping when he gets it on his stick. Something happens, he's just not getting that puck luck to have things go his way.
Yeah, Reese Smetham led the team in goals last year, I believe. This year he's only got 7 through, well, this is his 30th game, so 7 goals through 29 coming into tonight. Flip down the ice. Medivier's going to play it. And Smetham only has 11 assists for 18 points in 29 games played, so big old number 19 there. As the puck down the ice, Smith in, takes the chance, and saved by DeRoccolo. Talk about puck luck. The Cubs getting a little bit lucky on that pass, as that one just seemed to get through everybody. But yeah, Smetham just not producing at the clip that he did last year. And you got to think that's weighing on him a little bit as Wilson knocked hard down to the ice. Battling now as the puck is up against the end wall. And we'll get a stoppage here as the referees blow the play dead with 2:17 left in the second period.
We saw a few shoves being thrown there, and I thought maybe it was going to erupt a little bit more, but cooler heads have prevailed, and the players are heading to their own benches, and the new combatants are coming out onto the ice.
Yeah, Patrick, Turner, Shields, the offensive group with Rotundo and Ricci for the Voodoos. The Cubs liked what they had out there, so they're going to keep most of it the same. Shields gets the puck near side for Patrick. Patrick couldn't quite get the puck, and now Chitteroni gets to it. Back to the point, Chitteroni. Cross ice to Kavanaugh. Chance out front. Turned aside by DeRoccolo. Cohan gets it back in. However, Shields picks it up. Shields from behind his net picking up the puck. Goes back around behind the net to Rotundo. Rotundo flips the puck down the ice. Turner had it for a moment, and now going the other way is the Cubs once again into Voodoo's territory. Chitteroni throwing the puck out front. Back to his brother who takes a shot. Turned aside by DeRoccolo. Kavanaugh flipping the puck down to Voodoo's territory. No icing deemed on that one. Ricci gets to it. Looking up ice for the stretch pass. Gets it to Lemke. Lemke passed it on his backhand thinking someone was there when no one was. The Voodoos nearly caught with too many men.
No, they got caught.
And they did. What a delayed call. Wow.
I think the ref was standing from what I saw.
Maybe he had to count? I don't know.
The guy got the puck, and then the ref was like, yeah, there's too many guys out here.
Yeah, what a delayed call. So Turner's going to go off. So with 1:08 left, the Voodoos once again shooting themselves in the foot by taking a penalty. And an unnecessary one at that, too. Those are the ones that drive coaches insane.
Yeah. And the too many men is... The play was right there at the bench, so you got to kind of be a little cleaner with those changes. You can't be jumping on the ice too early, and when you're going off, you got to get your ass off the ice.
Play down the ice. The Voodoos dump it all the way. We're into the final minute now. Martin with the puck. Takes the puck slowly. That's a Dawson Alway. Gets it into Voodoo's territory. Good defensive effort there by Thompson. Knocks the puck away. And now Case gets it down the ice. Lemke in alone. Lemke shorthanded. Makes a move. The puck rolled off his stick. And that was the Voodoo's best chance of this period to bring the game back to within one.
And the Cubs get the puck and they turn back down the other way.
Back into Voodoo's territory now. Patrick with the puck. With some speed through the neutral zone. 15 seconds left. Patrick takes the shot. Blocked there by Martin. Another chance. But the Cubs come away with it. Now it's down the ice to Chitteroni. Chitteroni with 5 seconds left. He's knocked off the puck. Case. That'll do it here for the second period of play. It's 3-1 for the Cubs after 40 minutes of play. Lemke with a golden opportunity having the puck roll off his stick. And the Cubs, much like the Voodoos, changing fortunes here after that one. as the Cubs will be the ones with the power play to start the third period. Ben, before we go, your final thoughts on that second period?
Well, the Voodoos developed some great offensive pressure in that last penalty kill they had. That was some good control in the puck in the other team's end for some time there. But they I think overall, the Cubs are in their way in that period. They just really seem to be almost outworking the Voodoos.
Well, we'll have to see if things change around here after the second intermission. Again, it's 3-1. Sudbury leads after 40 minutes of play. I'm Courtney Kenny. He's Ben Long, and we'll be back with more hockey on the other side of this intermission.
Why is Northern Honda servicing more cars of all makes and models? Let's count the ways. 1. Our state-of-the-art facility has award-winning technicians. 2. Northern Honda has the lowest tire price guarantee, no matter what you drive. 3. The lowest synthetic oil change guarantee, and every 5th oil change is free for all makes and models. Plus, new Honda buyers get brake pads for life. See the service difference at Northern Honda, 1250 Seymour beside Home Depot.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay to see how we can serve you and the community every day. Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
And we welcome you back inside the Powassan Sportsplex here for the third period between the Powassan Voodoos and the Greater Sudbury Cubs. The Cubs have a 3-1 lead after 40 minutes of play, and the Voodoos will look to chip into that deficit here in this third period. However, they do start with 51 seconds on the penalty kill in this third period. I'm Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Ben Long and Mike Brown, our camera operator, for those watching on Flow Hockey. And for those listening on YouTube, well, Mike Brown is indeed here for sure.
Happy birthday, Mike.
Happy birthday, Mike. Harrison Clement's also working our social media presence here at the Sportsplex tonight. Shout out to him. And we're just about set for the third period here. Crazy things if you want to head over, because I do have to point it out, as we have a good partnership with Bay Today. The best article in the world right now is the #1 story on the website. One-armed baboon escapes Latchford home and bites local resident. What a wild headline. And what a wild story as we get ready here for the opening draw of this third period. We'll keep an eye on that Battalion game for you, of course, as well. Last check, it's 3-2 for the Battalion after 40 minutes of play over the Mississauga Steelheads. And we're back underway as the Voodoos on the penalty kill. The Cubs in their road whites are going left to right to start this period, and the Voodoos in their home greens are going right to left in this one. Behind the net, Kavanaugh for Chitteroni. Gets around his man. Actually, that was Cohan before he was knocked off the puck. Now the puck down into Voodoos territory and sent right back down into Cubs territory to kill some more time left. There's 25 seconds left on the power play. Behind his net, Kavanaugh. Up for Chitteroni. Down into Voodoos territory now. Cohan gets to it. He's knocked off the puck by Case, but Case can't get the puck down the ice. Now he does for Smetham. Reese Smetham in alone. Smetham with a shot. Metivier with a save. As that's 2 shorthanded breakaways that the Voodoos have had on this penalty kill, with Cameron Lemke late in that second period and Reese Smetham right there. Lemke stick handled himself into submission. Smetham got a shot away, and a big save there by Metivier. Ricci, as we're back to 5-on-5 now. With the puck, gets it down the ice for Thompson. Thompson into Cubs territory, walks in, takes a shot. Metivier with a big save there. And we'll get a stoppage of play here. 1 minute and 15 seconds into this third period.
That save was right into the bread basket for Metivier from top of the circle, so I don't think Thompson was too much of a threat there. But as they line up for the face-off here, I bet you the Voodoos are hoping to get that third period action going to get that gap closed in the scoreboard a little bit.
Again, 3-1 lead for the Cubs. Voodoos looking dangerous here to start the period as they have the puck in the neutral zone. Thrown in on net by Turner. Turned aside once again by Metivier. Up the ice, Shanks gets to it. Now it's quickly back for Ricci, who just throws it right back down on Metivier, so no icing there. And Shanks behind his net. Shanks slowly out of his zone. Through the neutral zone, gained the red line, that was behind the red line. And the linesman's going to say icing, and the coach for the Cubs puts his hands up in disbelief. 18-10 left here in the third. The Voodoos will have an offensive zone draw.
And a coach can be surprised all he wants, but it looked like the puck was shot from behind the red line, so I don't know how much argument you can actually make.
Puck won by Thompson to Wilson. Cross ice from McClelland. Sharp angle shot, hold on to by Metavier. So we'll get a stoppage here. 3-1 again, the Cubs lead.
I think the Voodoos need to do a better job of doing what the Cubs have been doing, and that's getting bodies in front of the net and getting the puck to those bodies. They're just giving Metivier too much of a great view.
Speaking of great view there, Thompson came in, was able to win it off the faceoff and got a good chance there on Metivier, although the goaltender stopped that one. McMillan was there for the rebound, and the rebound didn't go towards number 10 in green. Puck down the ice. Wilson will beat out the icing call, or will beat the Cubs for an icing call. So the Voodoos once again will get another offensive zone draw here.
A fresh set of legs out for the Voodoos, and another not set of fresh legs for the Cubs again.
DuBroy in for the draw. Waiting here. As DuBroy versus LaCroix. Bit of a rhyme there. DuBroy wins it for Smetham, takes the shot. That one's off a body and wide of the net. The Cubs still can't get it out of their zone as Case does a good job of pinching in and keeping it in. However, Kavanaugh quickly for LaCroix gets it down the ice. No icing coming on this one as Dawson gets to it in his own zone. Back to Kavanaugh at the point. Kavanaugh with the shot. It's blocked by the Voodoos, and now it's out of the zone, but only briefly. Now Sturge gets to it. Looking down the ice, Owen Smetham off his leg. DuBroy looked out front for Smetham. Now DuBroy knocked to the ice, gets it in for Smetham. Smetham walks around his man, goes for a skate, loses the puck in his legs, keeps a hold of it though, and now Smetham nearly loses it again. But he gets it back to the point. Ricci throws it in, takes a hit, and the Cubs regroup. Down the ice, Rotundo gets to it. Rotundo flips it in cross ice. Metivier looked to grab it, but instead Kavanaugh gets to it. Kavanaugh from out from behind his net. Down into Voodoos territory again. No icing on that play. Rotundo. But it's Hudson Chitteroni who got to it. Both these guys were combatants last year in the Great North U18 League. Chitteroni for the Greyhounds, Rotundo for the U16 Trappers. And now Smetham overskates the puck, couldn't get it out of his zone. And now Rotundo gets to it. Rotundo going for a skate, loses it. Now it's a 3-on-1 for the Cubs. Smith walks in, takes a shot, turned aside by DiRoccolo. Lemke with possession in his own zone. Goes behind the net to Rotundo. Rotundo behind his net for Ricci. Ricci has an errant pass picked off by Smith. Smith, good back check there by Turner, negates a good chance there for Smith. And they had Lemke down the ice, but he was going off for a change. Shanks to Asanawe. Back to Shanks with a shot, turned aside by DiRoccolo again. Going cross ice, can't get the rebound shot away. Now Patrick down the ice. Patrick gains the Cubs zone. He took a shot, it's blocked, now Wilson with it. Wilson battling for possession. The Cubs coming away with it. Good stick there by Shields, knocks that one away. And now Patrick chasing it back into Cubs territory. Shanks with it. Goes cross ice. Stopped up again, kept in. McClelland knocked it back in. Now Wilson settles it down in Voodoos territory and goes down the ice for it. However, right in front of the broadcast here, it's up against the wall. Puck back in for DiRoccolo. Wilson with the puck. Twisting and turning. Back for Smetham, or Shields rather. Wilson battling for it. The Cubs come away with it only briefly as Shields takes his man to the ice. And now looking for a wraparound attempt is Signoretti. Back down the ice. The Voodoos chasing after it. Turner overskated it. Now the puck out to the middle of the ice for Patrick. Patrick walking in, goes behind the net. He's rubbed off the puck. Thompson walking in, tries to get another attempt. And now once again down the ice, it'll go for icing against the Cubs. And the Voodoos will get another offensive zone draw here.
Patrick has looked on fire this game, out there just buzzing around. A bunch of times has broken in with the puck and had some chances. Like it's only a matter of time, and hopefully for the Voodoos' sake, not too much longer before he pops one in and gets this game a little closer. If they make it a one-goal game, anything can happen.
Looking around the NOJHL, Espanola currently leads Timmins 2-1 late in the second period. Blind River is up 2-0 on the Sioux Eagles. And the other game tonight, Hearst Lumberjacks and the Iroquois Falls Storm, has been postponed. No word on the website as to why that is. But if we find out, we'll let you know. Or if you find out, let us know. On YouTube, of course. 3-2 for the Battalion as well, early in the third period over the Mississauga Steelheads as of right now. Puck flipped down the ice, and that one's well out of play. Ducking for cover was assistant coach Josh Dale. With 6 minutes left here in the third period, the Voodoos will get another offensive zone draw.
I heard a rumor that we might be seeing Chris Dawson on the bench.
Yeah, he somehow got away with it for now, though.
Yeah.
I know. I was looking forward to it, too. I'm going to rib him. Looking for his record. Down the ice. Sturge battling with Harris for possession on the near side. Flip down the ice. The Cubs once again pick it back up. Good stick by Case, knocks the puck off of Rubrick's stick. Case gains the red line, flips it back in to Cubs territory. It's kept in by Smith, but he lost the handle on it. Now Harris going the other way. However, lost against Ricci. And his puck, or his stick, knocked right out of his hands. No call coming on that one. 7 minutes gone here in this third period. 3-1 Cubs lead. Voodoos going for a quick change as Smith picks up the puck behind his own net. Gains the red line, flips it right back in. Back to the neutral zone. Shanks got it, lost possession of it. Patrick picking it back up. Patrick trying to get through the neutral zone, but the puck flipped over his head and Ricci's. As now the puck out front. Rotundo tried to get a hold of it. As now across ice, Smith looking for Chitteroni. And that one missed his stick. Shanks behind the net. Looking for his options as he skates out front. Back to Smith. Smith twisting and turning. Looked to take a shot away. He fanned on that. And now Turner picks it up. Turner down for Patrick. Patrick looking for some options as he skates into Cubs territory. Took a shot. It was off a body and fluttered into the corner. Now Smith takes a hit. And the Cubs back on the counterattack. Although puck knocked away from Chitteroni. Chitteroni looking for Wilson. DuBroy picked it up. It's to Dawson. Dawson gave it away. We're going to go cross ice. Dawson flipped it up and out of play. And we'll get a stoppage here. The Voodoos are back in action against French River tomorrow night in French River. I have to say hi to one of the few people I know from that area who is a Rapids fan, Jerry Logan. I ride him a little bit just because he is a Rapids fan.
You gotta.
Marshall McCharles also not here tonight. He's out with a lower body injury, the former Trapper and Sudbury Wolves pick. In case you were at home wondering, Voodoo's battling the injury woes as well.
He's usually a spicy little McNugget when he's out there on the ice.
Down the ice, Sturge picks it up in his own zone. Up the ice for Owen Smetham. Smetham looking in for DuBroy. DuBroy comes away with it. The puck in on Metavier, but it's into the corner as DuBroy tried to push Metavier into the net a little bit, but no goal there. And we'll get another offensive zone draw here with 11:06 left in this third period. It's 3-1 Cubs lead.
I've been a bit of a broken record on it this year, But Dubois is so exciting when he's out there on the ice.
He really
Like,
is.
the speed that he has when he gets the puck and just is able to get away with it, it's really impressive. And I thought maybe we were going to be in for some magic there on that play, but it just did not go.
Caden Dubois has been great. Puck out front, and it just trickled wide of the net as Metivier was down and out. 2-on-1 now. LaCroix takes a shot. Big save there by DeRoccolo. And now Lemke leads the rush going the other way. Lemke, as Metivier comes out and plays it, thrown quickly back towards the net. Another hit there, leveled against McCarthy. And now we'll get a penalty call here. And it'll be going against the Cubs as that's LaCroix. Of note, Voodoo's Chase Thompson is on an 8-game point streak. He's netted 12 points over these 8 games with 5 goals and 7 assists as well. He hasn't picked up a point yet tonight. So we'll have to see if he's able to pick one up here as the Voodoos once again on the power play look to bring the game to within 1.
As they head into this main advantage, now would be an optimum time. I don't believe he's out on this power play line, but he does usually see some main advantage time and gets that body in front of the net and causes some chaos here and there.
Smetham battling with Chitteroni behind the net. Puck to the point. Case keeps it in. Flips it back in for Smetham on the far side. Smetham looking out front for Lemke. Puck came to him, and he got a shot away, but a big save there by Metivier. Lemke battling in the near side corner. Kavanaugh's on him. Puck comes around to the far side. Lemke still with the possession. Back to Case. Case to Smetham on the near side, far side corner. Back out front for Smetham, takes the shot. That one's blocked in front of the net. Case keeps it in. As the Cubs tried to clear the zone. Patrick back to Shields. Back for Patrick. Patrick on the near side half wall. Walking around looking for some options. Flips it back around behind the net. Shields will have to get to that quickly. And now the puck down the ice as there was no one there to get the pass from Patrick. Leaving it behind the net, McMillan. But it's actually Smith that comes out with some speed. Puck given away now in Voodoo's territory. Shorthanded chance there by Shanks. Turned aside by DeRoccolo. Smith going the other way. Smith into the zone, walks in, takes a shot off a body and wide. Coming in for support, McMillan gets it around. That's Thompson. And Smith tried to get it onto his skates and is down the ice. Less than a minute on the man advantage. 11 minutes gone here in this third period. Voodoo's trail 3-1. McMillan carrying it in. Takes a shot. Metivier with the save. Wasn't sure if it got behind him, but it is under him. So the stoppage of play here. The Voodoos have looked good here on this power play, but just a few mistakes have led to some costly errors here on the power play, leading to a lot of time lost.
There's been some really nice plays. The big one that sticks out there is that pass out to Smith, where he tries to catch it with a skate and it just somehow sneaks under his skate and all the way down.
Thompson over for Smith. Smith with the shot. Big glove saved by Metivier. As that was another chance there for Wraith Smith to bring them to within 1. 3-1 again, Cubs lead. Wraith Smith, the battalion prospect, has looked great out there for the Voodoos all season long. 27 points in 28 games played. Once again, 16 years old at this level.
I think he would have loved to have gotten a point on that one there, too.
Cross ice, good chance there. Flipped up over Metavier's net. Thompson tried to get it back to Smith, but it's given away to the Cubs. Cubs off to the races. Sagan into Voodoo's territory. That should kill the power play. It does. Smith from behind the goal line with the puck. Look down the ice, given away, as that one will go all the way down to Cubs territory. Metivier will play it. And the Cubs try to pick it up. Now McMillan with it. Out front for Thompson. Puck went just over the net. Another chance. Big save by Metivier. What a great chance by the Voodoos. And the goaltender turns that one aside. Wraith Smith has been absolutely snake bitten here in this third period. And we'll go to our mid-period break here on the front line.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
Tonight's 3 Stars is brought to you by Dave's Automotive Services, 411 Airport Road in North Bay. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect from Dave's.
Again, if you're just joining us, you've missed a very entertaining game so far. The Cubs lead the Voodoos 3-1. The Voodoos lead in shots 30-23 and has some great looks on the man advantage. And then again there just before our mid-period break. And Wraith Smith, what does he have to do to buy a goal at this point?
I don't know. He's got to win a lottery to afford that goal, I think. He's just but credit to Metivier too, where he's made a couple really nice saves there. That last one even, I think it was between his arm and his body. He just managed to get it shut just in time to hold it and go through.
Big save for the goaltender for sure, who comes in with sterling numbers. Both goalies coming in with sterling numbers in this one. Face off, won by the Cubs, and the puck is out of Cubs territory. The Voodoos just send it right back in, but they'll have to regroup. Sudbury down the ice. Lemke gets to it, flips it right back in cross ice. McCarthy with a head of steam, chasing after it with Smith. Shanks taken hard into the boards by Lemke. Lemke battling with Shanks still. McCarthy comes back for it. Now it's cross ice. Smetham. Reese Smetham taken hard into the boards. Battle ensues on the far side corner. Lemke back to McClellan. McClellan with the point. He scored! Scores! Parker McClellan brings the Voodoos to within 1 on a point shot. McClellan's 4th of the season and a beauty.
That goes to exactly what we've been saying all night, is that they have to get more bodies in front of the net, cause more traffic. And Metivier didn't have a chance to even see that one on that shot from the point. And with the game in 1, 7 minutes left, there's a lot of hockey here still to go.
It's always an event when Sudbury comes to town. You always know you're going to be treated to a good game here, as Parker McClellan with a huge goal, arguably his biggest goal of the season to this point. Wow, what a goal by number 7 in green. Case down the ice. It's flipped in. And the Cubs have possession once again in their own zone. Battling on the near side wall now. Sturge. Cross ice to Case. Case with a shot. Turned aside. Sturge with the puck in the neutral zone. Nearly gave it away, but he gets it back. Goes cross ice, finds Shields. Now it's to Turner. Turner walks in, takes a shot, took a weird bounce, nearly came out front to Metivier. Out front for Shields. Oh my goodness, what a save by Metivier. Oh my, the Voodoos that close to tying the game up. Sturge, as the Voodoos are buzzing now, throws the puck in well over the net. Tucker Shields is going to see that opportunity in his nightmares tonight.
That was such a good chance that he had, and the fact that Metivier was able to stretch out just to get there and make that save. Impressive goaltending and a heartbreaking turn of events for Shields.
Tucker Shields, who has the first goal of the game for the Voodoos in this one, has looked every bit the part of a veteran leader, as now Smith with another chance, and that one just hit a body and went wide of the net. Now going the other way, Sudbury, Chitteroni going cross ice, well wide of the net. Kavanaugh with it, gets another chance, and that one hit a body and went wide. That was Chitteroni chipping that one wide and over the net into the netting. So 3-2 with 6:13 left, and the Voodoos still looking for the equalizer.
I'm still not over that Shields chance, Courtney.
I know, it's kind of like coming down off that a little bit.
Yeah.
Then you know I felt with the whole Ohtani news today. Coming down off that a little bit. It's a little bit depressing. Walker with a shot. Nearly hits Harrison Clements over in the corner there. Good thing there's glass there. The Garrison might need new glasses.
Yep.
Puck down the ice. Lemke's going to beat out the icing. Now he falls in the near side half wall. As he tries and finds the puck. Flips it on net. Went wide and behind the net. And the Cubs now with possession once again in their own zone. Sudbury. Down the ice. Rotundo Tries to find it. Cohan gets it. Near side, Chitteroni. Good stop there by Ricci. And negating that chance, as Shields flips it behind his net to Rotundo. Rotundo. With the puck in his own zone, leaves it for Shields. 5:15 left in the third period. 3-2, Cubs lead. Parker McClelland with the puck, the most recent goal scorer. Gets it down the ice. Patrick got a piece of it. No. That is deemed icing. I thought for sure Patrick got a piece of it, but the Cubs will have an offensive zone draw now to draw upon. With 5:02 left in the third period.
My phone buzzed, and we have some breaking news in the sports world.
Oh, no.
No.
Don't do it.
The Sudbury Wolves are selling $5 beers.
Oh, no. Oh, that's awful. 4-3 now, actually, for the Battalion against the Steelheads. Speaking of OHL news. Less than 5 minutes left. Near side, Smith gets it around. Shields tried to find it, though, as the Cubs have possession in Voodoos territory. Flipping it right back in from the neutral zone, though. Shields picks it up. Shields, cross ice for Turner. Turner chips it in. 4.5 minutes remain here in this third period. Chitteroni with the puck in his own zone. Down the ice. Asanawe lost it. And now Turner tried to walk in, but McMillan, or rather Thompson, turned around as McMillan went into the zone. Smith into Voodoos territory. Took the shot. Sturge picks it up. Looking down the ice for some options. He fanned on his pass out. Smith turns around and flips it right back down into Voodoos territory. Case gets to it. Less than 4 minutes here. We'll have to keep an eye on Durocolo as this period gets to the later stages. Down the ice. Thompson gets to it. Chase Thompson walking in, takes a shot. Medivier with the save. Smith keeps it in, flips it around behind the net. Chase Thompson chasing after it. Thompson stopping up. Gets it to McMillan. McMillan looking for his options here. Gets it back to Thompson. Back to the point. Thrown on net by Rotundo, just wide. 3:20 left in this third period. Rotundo and Rubrick going after it. Wraith Smith picks up the loose puck. His pass out. Hit Cohan's skate. Rolls back in on Durocolo. So we'll get a stoppage here and an offensive zone draw for the Cubs.
I wonder if Rubick playing for the Cubs is related to the guy who invented the Rubik's Cube.
Hey, Wyatt Kennedy with his first goal here
good
tonight.
for him.
Zidlicki with the other goal for the Steelheads. They tied it up at 3. So another game of 3 goals or more for the Battalion allowed. But they currently lead 4-3 against a division foe. Rotundo down the ice. Smetham got a stick on it. Kicks it past himself but couldn't recover. Now Ricci up for Lemke. Lemke's having some issues with his skates here in this period. He's been all over the ice. And not skating-wise. He's been falling all over.
He's got quite snow cover on his uniform.
Down into Voodoos territory. McClelland with it with 2.5 minutes left. Zach Wilson out there as well. The Battalion prospect. McClelland with the puck. Flips it around behind the net to Wilson. Wilson down the ice. Was looking for McCarthy. That pass couldn't connect. And now Wilson will have it again in his own zone. Wilson near side to Turner. Turner lost it to Shanks. Shanks flips it right back in. Puck bounced off the end boards. Durocolo with a good glove there stopping that. And with almost 2 minutes on the button, it's still 3-2 Sudbury.
Gotta believe that Durocolo is waiting for his call, but having just had to cover up the puck, good thing he didn't come out yet.
He has not come out. Again, we'll have to keep an eye on him here. Patrick out front for Shields. Shields down for the blue line, flips it back in. Asanawe gets to it, but the puck comes out into the neutral zone for Ricci. Ricci chips it back in. But the Cubs quickly back with possession. Battling on the near side now. Sturgeon there with Turner. Looking to get the puck out to Patrick, they do. Now DeRoccolo heading off for the bench. Puck flipped down the ice, and the Voodoos now have an extra attacker out there. Puck flipped in, Sudbury picks it up. Smith with the puck, gets to it, looks down the ice, hits a body, flips down into Voodoos territory with just 1:05 left on the clock. Patrick with possession in his own zone. Looking up ice. Patrick decides to dump it in. Turner will chase after it. It's to the near side wall. Sturge lost possession. The Voodoos kept it in as Ricci got to it, and now it flops down the ice. Rubrick will have a chance, and that'll do it here as the Sudbury Cubs are going to get a fucking 4-2 victory.
And that was an opportunity that was given by, they had many guys in the area, and the puck just happened to slip out, and Rubrick was off to the races. We have DeRoccolo back in net as the Voodoos line up for the face-off. There seems to be a delay coming from the Sudbury side for some reason.
Yeah, apologies there. Just seemed to slip out. That's the first time I've ever made that mistake on air, I'll be honest with you. And I'm shocked that's the first time that's ever happened. Puck to Case. That should do it here again. 4-2, Sudbury leads. Smith shoots the puck on net. It's just tipped wide by McMillan. McMillan near side. The Voodoos tip it back in. Wraith Smith on the doorstep brings us back to within one. It's 4-3 for the Cubs. .7 seconds left on the clock. Wraith Smith gives the Voodoos a little bit of life here.
It looks like the Voodoos will be calling for a timeout, and DeRoccolo is on the bench.
Yeah, Josh Dale looking for the timeout. He does get it. And that'll, we'll have to see what the Voodoos' plan of attack is here. As you mentioned, DeRoccolo on the bench. Not much time left on the clock for Powassan to make something happen, but they just made something happen with not much time left on the clock already.
What they did on the last draw was they had Smith out on the playing the point, and he just charged right through the faceoff and tried to break away. So I gotta imagine they're gonna try and run something like that through as well.
4-3 Cubs with 19.7 seconds left. 32-25 are the shots in favor of Powassan.
Looks like they're lining up for a similar type of play where everyone's just going to drive forward.
And the puck's down into Voodoos territory. They got to get it quick. Shields with it. Down the ice quickly. It's stopped up at the neutral zone. Flipped into Cubs territory. 8 seconds left on the clock. And that'll come out of play, so the Voodoos will have a chance to set up a draw now in the offensive zone here with 5.7 seconds left on the clock. It's 4-3 Cubs. Time is running out here for Powassan.
And they're trying to scramble together a play on the ice and figure out who's going to go where, as they're told the puck's on the other side. So they readjust.
Looking for the draw here on the far side. Voodoos win the draw, but the puck is into the corner, and that'll do it here as the Cubs come away with 2 points here in Powassan. And the Voodoos fall 4-3 against the Sudbury Cubs, the team the Voodoos can't seem to get over the hump against, although they did beat them in Sudbury at the showcase. But that's the Voodoos' lone victory against them this season.
The Cubs haven't come by too many losses this season overall. But that was a valiant effort by the Voodoos right there at the last minute to come with a play and put some pressure on. If they could put that kind of pressure on all game, we might have a different result.
4-3 in favor of the Cubs. We'll have to see who our 3 stars are of the game. So bear with us here before we wrap things up fully.
Tonight's 3 Stars is brought to you by Dave's Automotive Services, 411 Airport Road in North Bay. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect from Dave's.
Again, 4-3 victory here for the Cubs. We're just waiting a word of our 3 stars of the game. There's no Voodoos player over where they usually wait for the stars. So something tells me it's all Cubs players, which I would have to disagree with. But hey, I'm just the guy who calls the game.
Yeah, it could be they just went into their room and looks like they're still figuring it out over there. And
if they even want to announce it, I don't know. Because they didn't one time that there was a victory beforehand or a loss beforehand. So
looks like they're not going to announce it as people have left the stands for the most part.
Well, okay. With that being said, all right, well, our 3 stars of the game are all you listeners at home that have paired with us through this one. Mike Brown, the camera operator.
He gets a 2nd star.
Yeah.
First star we'll give to Harrison Clements because I bet you there's some great social media content up on our socials.
There is indeed for sure on the Frontline Pod social media. Of course, all complaints about my call here tonight can go to that as well. So, might not reply to you, but either way.
We will read it, rest assured. Your complaint has been read.
It has been duly noted, for sure. 4-3, the victory here for the Sudbury Cubs over the Powassan Voodoos. Ben, parting thoughts before we wrap things up here tonight.
It's always a hard game against the Cubs. You can't ever take it for granted. There are parts of that game where they didn't look like they were putting the effort in when you know you're playing against a premium opponent. And if they shore that up, this could have been a different outcome.
Couldn't have said it better myself, swear words aside. Once again, I'm Courtney Kenny. He's Ben Long. Mike Brown, our camera operator on Flow Hockey. And Harrison Clements, our wonderful social media content creator here tonight. As always, keep your eye on the front line.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.